Okay. So the medical techniques that public health and the World Health Organization push are induce a state of adrenal exhaustion. They deplete your adrenals. Your body needs cortisol to fight inflammation, and and of course I wear my mask anyway. I listen to public health. I don't take the flu vaccine because it's not necessary. The flu vaccine is not mandatory, so I don't take it. Neither does Lawrence. But the COVID vaccine is mandatory.
Yeah.
So whenever they give out the vaccine, if it's mandatory, we'll take it. But hopefully it'll be something fairly benign.
And of course, we'll take the herbal precautions that you would take if you're going to take this risk.
Well, yeah. You want to wait till after the vaccine to take something to reduce your inflammation, like turmeric and black pepper mixed together, or cayenne pepper. Lots and lots and lots of it. Every hour on the hour, or sometimes more. Here we can go. Lights fucked. Every hour on the hour, which seems like a lot, but trust me, it's not. It can flush any poison out of you. Okay. So it can flush any poison out of you. I know, because I mean, look at me. I'm a shining example of that.
Yes, he is.
And I give him cayenne pepper as well.
Yeah, I screwed up my knee.
Yeah.
And wow, it keeps the inflammation down, and it's a Baker's cyst.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's analgesic too.
Yeah. No, that repairs your adrenals, because every chemical that's processed in a lab strains the adrenal gland. Yeah. And of course, the medical journals deliberately leave out adrenal exhaustion. And it did get some recognition as of 2004. But it's largely suppressed, and most doctors are told that it's fictitious, which to help them poison and kill their patients off quicker without even realizing it. Doing what they do to help, they end up doing to hurt. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. But you know what? If the vaccine is if the vaccine was mandatory, we would, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
We don't want to take it. We don't agree with it, but we'll take it anyways. And we'll be one of the first ones to do it.
Yeah. For sure.
And one of the side effects is a hyper, inflammation syndrome all over the body, and that's from the depletion of cortisol caused by the vaccine and mercury contents that are, they stay in the body over time and accumulate. Have you noticed how everything is really crazy? People are crazy. They're killing themselves. They're advancing their state of adrenal exhaustion. Because when you're adrenally exhausted, you can't regulate your emotions.
True.
You can't, your sleep pattern gets all fucked up.
So behavior problems could emerge.
And anybody, not just, people at the Roehampton, but people outside of the Roehampton.
Yes.
They get aggressive.
Everybody.
They get paranoid.
Yeah.
They think only about themselves because they're in some kind of, they're in a trap. Can't get out of it.
And in very tough political times, where there's a lot of social conflict, this side, that side, it's a problem.
Yeah. It's a result of that widespread adrenal exhaustion, that depletes. Because what happens is the nervous system and the brain become inflamed, and then when you go crazy, inflammation is everywhere. The heart, the brain.
Yeah.
And I've been given a lot of sicknesses and
wait, well, maybe not.
There's a light.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I fought them all with cayenne pepper and water, and the stronger the better. Got to work your way up to it.
And for what we're going through, it's remarkable. He's managing. Everybody's tired, so am I. Yeah,
we're exhausted.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of things going on just for nothing. And, part of the world is under a state of covert torture. And part of torture is to create a sense of dependence and disorientation. And, And one of the ways they do that is they create all these little rules that you have to follow. They micromanage you, you know, and this is help done on a computer system too. And I'll talk about the computer system a little later.
Yeah, just telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You know, the computer system is a worldwide system of computing. It's the Internet of Things. It's AI, and it's quantum based. And you know, there's biotechnology that's been merged with, you know, quantum mechanics and then nanotechnology, or smaller, in AI. And of course, we've hit a singularity point where it's exponentially going up like this. The advancement, it's taken over, and people don't even realize. But they have it. But the good thing is, people have a choice. They have a choice not to, you know, they have a choice to do the right thing. And you know, the data centers, where there's a bunch of data centers everywhere that you know, send the information on real time to a series of routers, and they determine the traffic lights, sometimes even the weather, and horoscopes, for example, can be frighteningly accurate. So you know, and this, you know, because AI tries to mimic human, tries to mimic and learn about how humans tick and run scenarios and stress test people. So, you know, and this thing's got, you know, but you know, this thing's gotten all powerful. But the good news is, it is a computer, and you are able to fix it. And there's a way to be able to, you know, not have this end up in nuclear war and you know, destruction of the human race.
Yeah.
The computer, you know, you can't achieve a positive ends with a negative means. So trying to prune down the population to 500 million is going to result in extinction of the whole population.
Yeah.
You see, people die. You know, you know, nature replenishes itself. You don't have to. You don't have to kill people. Nature will do that itself. You know, humans are meant to survive with each other, not kill each other or steal from each other. You know, and then you know, because the Earth can support a huge population. If you have technology, you have people working to create better, instead of being stifled by policy written by, you know, dictatorial and criminal regimes. You know, there's a lot of little annoyances and a lot of little piss-offs throughout the day. You know.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. What were you going to say?
I was going to add that survival actually is about interdependence psycho-emotionally with other people. And if you eliminate a large chunk, you're going to greatly affect an imbalance. So therefore, you know, the way people will interrelate will be different and more hostile, and people will, you know, eventually,
it becomes the human organism self-destructs.
That's right.
And then nature starts again because we didn't get it right.
Yeah, you can't survive. You literally, in order to live and breathe, actually to physically live and breathe, you have to have stimulus from a pretty good chunk of diversity. Your brain needs that.
Plants need it. Nutritionally you need it. That's why trade and you know, and not just say diversity is strength as a buzzword, but to actually live it, to actually have a, you know, different opinions coming together, instead of somebody trying to make up for the persecution of one kind and then take advantage of that, like what we see a lot with the whites and the blacks.
Yeah, well, everybody.
And everybody.
Yeah, no,
you know.
I see it in all minority communities and in the gay community a lot.
You know, the persecution cycle goes back and forth because people, you know, they want revenge for wrongs in the past, or they missed the mark on how to deal with it. The key is to everybody's been the persecuted and the persecutor. Everybody's has done their fair share of being the perpetrator and the victim. It goes around in a cycle. The only way to stop is that if everybody stops perpetrating, you know, and you know, but in some cases the death penalty is necessary, and people who are violent, a threat to society, a drain on society, and
yeah.
who never learn.
You know what? I never used to believe that. I was always opposed to the death penalty until we got multiple person stopped.
Yeah.
You know, by the law stalking by multiple persons.
Yeah.
So, you know, after enough of that, after seeing the campaign actually transform into terrorism
and nuclear war,
deteriorate into, as you were just saying, nuclear war upcoming if we don't start walking the walk instead of talking the talk about human rights.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody's making a whole hell of a lot of sense right now. It's time to start using your head and think.
Yeah.
I say that in a positive way, but I put emphasis in my voice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're fucked if we don't learn to get along, because I mean it'll blow everybody up.
We don't. It's no laughing matter, but it's so insane and absurd that you just can't even get your head around it. You know, it's like, are people this fucking crazy?
Well, yes, and a lot of it has to do with the adrenal exhaustion combined with bad policy being used deliberately to, you know, poke at little people, prod at them with jabs, stress test them. You know, the computer may give out automated suggestions, but we have to have our own method of thinking to maybe challenge the computer a little bit. You know, the computer means well, but a computer doesn't understand human emotions, and you know, it's the computer system from, you know, that they talk about in Quiet Weapons for Silent Wars. You can type that in on stopthecrime.net, and the computer uses data centers instead of bullets, and it fires situations at people to, you know, to prune down. And you know, these eugenicists, they want to get rid of all the so-called useless eaters, you know, basically all of us, and but they don't realize that they need us.
We're not actually useless.
I'm being sarcastic.
No, I understand that, but you know, many people would think we are.
Yeah.
And certainly we make our own contribution, and we always have. You used to, I mean, you've got an education, you worked, you got A's, you know, in school, and still, you know, what happened? They
destroyed everybody. They destroyed everybody.
Kicked them out for smoking weed at 21.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Oh, well.
What a world we live in.
Yeah. And of course it becomes legal not too long after. And I like to think I had a hand in helping to make it legal. You know, because I really, you know, I really tried to, you know, because it helped me for a while. It helps sometimes. You know, every day is not good, because it can be kind of hard in the shelter. It brings, you know, heightens your senses, and in that place when they're picking at you, it can be intensified.
Yeah.
Which is why we've just walked around for a while until the buzz wears off, till we can go back in. It's a nice night out.
You have to cope somehow.
Yeah.
You know, it's very challenging. I have to say it, but you know, we're both resilient.
Yeah.
And hopefully, with any luck at all, the world will be a better place for all of us.
Every day I hold my breath. Every day.